season, and when they come out in the second half, they have a better game plan, and you can tell that they're more productive on the offensive side and on the defensive side. Now, the hard part is how do you replicate what you've been doing in the second half of games to what you can do in the first half? Because I think in this situation, you want to come out hot. You don't want to have to be down by 8, 9 at halftime, 14 in the case last week against Pepperdine.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about, looking at the adjustments and saying, okay, we've prepped and we've prepared for this game plan. Let's execute it. Let's do the things that we were doing well in the second half, and hopefully that just brings it along here in the first half of this game.
Well, I think the other point that you brought up was the face-up defense. Because they're so guard-oriented, because they shoot some threes, because they don't have a big, really, that's down low, you need to face up on their shooters. So those are today's keys to the game, brought to you by YP.com. The new way to do. We'll have another break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip from Walt McPherson Court. You're listening to Spartans Basketball from Learfield Sports.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as our nation's colors are presented by American Legion Post 419 from Santa Clara. And now to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome Joel Hudson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, if that doesn't get you going, nothing will right there. A beautiful rendition of the national anthem. As the Spartans had a lot going on in terms of pomp and circumstance with the military coming in. The Navy was at the football game yesterday, and now they have the color guard presented by the Honor Guard, which are a few veterans from, I believe, the Vietnam War and the Korean War out there presenting the colors for San Jose State this afternoon, and that's how we get things started here from the Event Center at San Jose State and Cal State Fullerton. And it's now time to take a look at the guys who will be helping the Spartans get to a better state with the starting lineups brought to you by State Farm. Get to a better state with State Farm. And first for the visiting Cal State Fullerton Titans, they come into this game 2-2 on the season, members of the Big West Conference. Their wins were against Montana State and Santa Clara, a familiar opponent for San Jose State earlier this season. And they are under the direction of head coach Dedrick Taylor in his first season. And his assistant coaches are John Smith, Danny Sprinkle, and Robert Spence. His starting lineup will go as follows. 3 guards. 1 guard, a 6'4", 200-pound sophomore out of Las Vegas, Nevada. It is Jared Brandon. Another guard, 6'2", 185, redshirt senior out of California, went to Taft High School and then to San Francisco before he transferred, averaging 14 points per game, Michael Williams. And the third guard, a 6'4" junior out of Indianapolis, Indiana via Trinity Valley Community College, averaging 9.5 points per game. It is Josh Gentry. The two forwards, one a 6'6" senior out of Cincinnati, Ohio, averaging 12.5 a game and shooting 53% from the field this season, is Marquise Horn. And the fifth and final member is the forward, 6'7", 250-pound redshirt junior out of Fresno, California, went to Louisiana Monroe, and it is Steve McClellan. So McClellan, Gentry, Williams, and Brandon and Horn are the starting five for Cal State Fullerton. And now let's take a look at San Jose State's starting lineup. Spartans come into this game 1-4 overall. Their first win of the season against Pepperdine came earlier this week. They are under the direction of first-year head coach Dave Wojcik. His staff, Chris Brazelton, Jack Kennedy, Omar Lowry, and the director of operations is Jared Swanson. The Spartans will go with the starting lineup of three guards and two forwards. One guard, a 6'3", 170-pound freshman out of San Antonio, Texas. It is Isaac Thornton getting his sixth start of the season. The second guard, 6'3", 170-pound freshman out of Chicago, Illinois, getting his sixth start of the season and averaging 31 minutes per game. It is Jalen James. And the third guard, who had his first start of the season last game and had quite the output in the second half, hit 6 threes in that second half. Devontae Wilson, the 6'4", 215-pounder, and the junior will be the third starting guard for San Jose State. One forward, a 6'7" junior out of Killeen, Texas, averaging 14.8 points per game, which is just shy of the team's leader at Rashad Muhammad, who will come off the bench. But Jaleel Williams is the starting forward. And then finally, it'll be Chris Cunningham, the 6'9" senior transfer from Santa Clara University, who really hasn't had a strong start to this season, only averaging 4.6 a game and just over 5 rebounds per contest. But Cunningham has been in some foul troubles occasionally this season, but he is the fifth starter for San Jose State. So Cunningham and Williams, the starting forwards, James, Thornton, and Wilson, the starting guards for San Jose State. Spartans are in their home white jerseys with the blue and gold trim down the side and the blue curse of Spartans across the chest. Cal State Fullerton in the deep blue jerseys with the white and brighter orange trim down the side. Titans across the chest in orange lettering. And the Titans will be traveling from right to left and attacking the bucket to our left here in the first half. And those were the starting lineups brought to you by State Farm. Get to a better state with State Farm. Just about ready for the start of the first half here in the first game at home this season for San Jose State. It's kind of odd to say that this late in November, but the Spartans will only get this one home game. Then they'll head back on the road for Portland, Weber State, Houston before they come home again. So tough go here to start off the year for San Jose State. Before we even get started, one of the officials has to go back and make sure some of the personnel behind the basket are prepared. Jumping center for San Jose State is Jaleel Williams, and he is opposed by Marquise Horn. Opening tip is underway, and it's one back to our right for Cal State Fullerton. So they will have the first possession of the basketball game, and they'll bring it up court from right to left. Here's a lob pass over to the left corner for Horn. Horn skips it over to the right side now, bounce pass into the low post, and backing his way against Chris Cunningham is the big body of McClellan, and McClellan tries to turn on him, lost the basketball. Diving for it is Isaac Thornton, and it was touched off of a Fullerton player last. Thornton and Devontae Wilson both hit the hardwood to try and get to that basketball, but it is a turnover, and San Jose State will get their first possession. Got to remember that Fullerton had their season high of turnovers in the last game, and so they're trying to shake that as well. Jalen James leads it up court for San Jose State to the right side for Thornton. Thornton, a high pass to Jaleel Williams on the left now for James again. James surveys the court, crossover dribble, fires right side, catch and shoot three from Jaleel Williams, good!
That's good ball movement by San Jose State to get Jaleel Williams open on the arc.
And that's the kind of possession you want to see in the start this game. Jaleel Williams had himself quite the night with a big dagger of a three-pointer against Pepperdine. Now the Titans on the right side, and good defense from Jalen James, poking the ball momentarily away from Josh Gentry. And now another steal on the end of the floor. Devontae Wilson got in the passing lane. Outlets to Jaleel Williams, moves from left to right, tosses left side for Wilson, crossover dribble, head fake, nowhere to go, so he resets up top to Jalen James. Motions the offense with the left hand, exchanges a couple of moments with Jaleel Williams. Williams to James, bounce pass to Cunningham, tries to face up, pulls away for a 14-foot jump shot on the baseline right side, good. And that was good hesitation from Chris Cunningham. Now a lob and a dribble drive, and a foul will be called, as putting the ball on the floor was Josh Gentry, and we have the game's first foul. Isaac Thornton takes the foul. 5-0 San Jose State, hitting buckets on their first 2 possessions. Randy McCall, David Hall, and Vernie Harris are the officials for this afternoon's game. Lobbed into the backcourt, not a shooting foul, so Titans have a fresh shot clock. And in the backcourt, they control with Jared Brandon. Brandon to the left side now for Gentry. Gentry tosses back to the right, cycled over to the corner, and it is Gentry, crossover dribble. Softly tosses underneath, nowhere to go as Marquise Horn resets on the wing on the right side. Now lobs again down low for McClellan. McClellan tries to throw it over the top of us, and it was almost turned over by this broadcaster. I got a piece of it, Alec.
Yeah, I know. You got a little tip of the hand.
I got a fingertip
Yeah,
on
I know. It went or grazed the top of your fingers. So
I wanted the possession.
I know you really
I was
wanted
feeling it.
You wanted to go down the court.
I really I feel like I could hit from 45 feet.
Oh, I know you could. There's no doubt about that.
At least I could distribute. But
exactly.
It's another turnover, and San Jose State has the ball back, and Isaac Thornton tries to draw the defense from right to left. Jalen James gets it back, crossover dribble, steps into a 3, too strong off the backside of the rim, and along with a rebound, the Fullerton Titans have it. And they like to go in transition, and they can really rush it, as they do right there. Michael Williams brought it down court very quickly and took a foul before he put his shot up. Not a shooting foul. So that's against Jalen James, and the second team foul for San Jose State. As the inbound will come underneath the hoop for the Titans. Tossed into the backcourt. Gentry, left-handed dribble, stutter step, now a head fake, draws the defense in off of his dribble, looking for some help, and throws it almost away. Reaching up to get to that ball again was the big body, and now a floater inside the lane is no good, and that was Marquise Horn, who had to jump to that ball and then put it right back on the floor in the 6'6" frame. Needed to use every bit of it to save it from going out of bounds. Now a dribble drive on the other end of the floor, kicked out for a 3-point shot from Devontae Wilson for the left corner. Good.
Devontae Wilson.
How about the start for San Jose State? It is 8-0. A couple of 3-pointers, and the Spartans getting turnovers on the defensive side. On the left block, it is McClellan trying to go against Chris Cunningham. Here's his quick jumper that is no good, rattled around and out, and Jaleel Williams pulls away the rebound, brings it up the floor for San Jose State. Between the leg dribble, and now cycled to the right side. A catch and shoot 3 from Jalen James offline, just at the top of the circle. Rebounded by the Titans. Titans bring it back, and another drive here, and getting a handle on the ball was a Spartan player, and it's going to be a turnover again, a possession held, and rather than going and trying to swat that ball, Isaac Thornton, I think, got both hands on it and held on to it, and so it will be a Spartan basketball after that. Now that's a savvy defensive play.
Well, they're going to give him a block for Isaac Thornton as he just really held on to that ball. He's been really good defensively for San Jose State, leading the way in blocks, which is surprising for a guard.
Well, I think the reason that he's in the starting lineup is more for his defense, because he's only 3 of 14 from the field in this season, but he is definitely one of the better defenders in San Jose State's team. Is now pass to Jaleel Williams was read by Marquise Horn, and he got his hand in the way of it, and Jaleel tried to get back to it and called for a foul. So the errant pass from Dylan Alexander forces Jaleel Williams to commit a foul to prevent an easy turnover and bucket on the other end of the floor. 8-0 the score, 16:34 remaining in the first half. Spartans starting off hot here, and the Titans still trying to get on the board. In the backcourt, Marquise Horn, right side on an exchange, hands it off to Williams. Williams kicks it out to the left side and driving on the baseline, getting the foul and the bucket was Sheldon Blackwell into the game for the first time. He'll have the first bucket of the game for the Titans, and he will also go to the free throw line.
Spartans on that defensive, they had a little bit of a lapse as they allowed the baseline open. Somebody needed to slot back on the near side baseline to get the defensive stop.
Sheldon Blackwell, 6'5", 175, a freshman, and he misses his free throw. That is one of the flaws for Fullerton. They've missed crucial free throws at times this season, just 66% from the free throw line this year. 8-2 the score. San Jose State with the lead, about 16 minutes left here in the first. Jaleel Williams receives a soft bounce pass from James. James gets it back out to Wilson. Rashad Muhammad into the game for the first time off the bench, who is the Spartans' leading scorer with 15 points. A screen set from Cunningham. Rashad goes right around it, draws in the defense, kicks it out, dribble drive, now a give and go. Back out to Rashad for a high arcing 3. Good! That was a beauty of a give and go. Rashad Muhammad has his first bucket on his first shot of the afternoon, and it's 11-2, San Jose State on top. 15:30 left here in the first. Crossover dribble on the right side, and now into the corner. It is Brandon controlling for the Titans. Again thrown out after drawing in the defense, and now a three-point shot from Brandon rattles out. Well, they're getting good looks, but they're just not knocking them down. The Titans have had a couple of chances with some screening actions to get some open shots. It's just they can't get them to fall right now.
A little bit too strong in their attempts.
Muhammad on the right gets a screen from Cunningham. Left-handed dribble, puts it on the floor, has his shot blocked and swatted away by Jared Brandon. Good anticipation on his part on the defensive side as Rashad Muhammad tried to drive down the left side of the lane. So we'll have our first time out here from the event center. What a start for San Jose State. 11-2 is the score. 14:59 remaining in the first half. You're listening to Spartans basketball from Learfield Sports.
Where are you? Russ, can you find me? Yeah, look all
Look
over
at you.
now. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
And along with me is Alex Scott. Welcome back inside the event center. 11-2 is the score. San Jose State with the lead. 14:59 to go here in the first half.
For 57 years, Joseph J. Albanese Incorporated has taken great pride in working to stay ahead of the curve. Joseph J. Albanese, a concrete contractor, a proud partner of Spartan Athletics, has never lost sight of its core competencies: integrity, hard work, innovation, and results. Joseph J. Albanese is a company that just gets it done.
Spartans are just getting it done to start off this game, and one of the keys to today's game was to have a strong start to the first half, and they have done just that. They are shooting, 57% from the field, 4 of 7. And meanwhile, Cal State Fullerton 1 of 5 from the field, but the Spartans are 3 of 5 from beyond the arc to start off this game. 11-2 the score. San Jose State has the basketball off the inbound pass. It's Devontae Wilson shooting a 3-ball from the left side wing off the front end of the rim, rebounded by the Titans. Brandon Mitchell checked in during that timeout for San Jose State, his first action of the game. Also, Joe Boyd, the 6'9" freshman for the Titans, came in as he hands it off now to Michael Williams on the right. And Williams gets it back in between the circles, pops up for a 3-point shot, and it's an air ball, and it goes out of play. Good crowd on hand considering a late football game last night, an early basketball game here this afternoon, but some students have made the trip over, and both ends or both sides of the event center have fans scattered throughout. Watching a good start here from San Jose State so far. DJ Brown leads it up court for San Jose State, and now on a give back to Rashad Muhammad. He fires for 3, and it's an air ball. So maybe in that timeout they moved the hoops back, because both teams just shot up air balls on their threes.
And the lights are, kind of bright here, so, it could be a little trickery, confusion out there. Just a little bit too short on that shot.
I think we'll say that the kids working behind the hoops have brought them back about 6 inches just to toy with the players.
Yeah, I know.
Must be. Can't trust him. As Marquise Horn, left-handed dribble, underhands it back to a dribble drive from Sheldon Blackwell. Had his ball knocked away and stolen away by Dylan Alexander. Alexander outlets to Rashad Muhammad. Pulls up. His shot off the glass is good. And the foul. Muhammad took the defense away and kind of did a head fake. And I think that's where he drew the contact and floated up for that 8-foot shot off the glass, which he is very good at. And he'll go to the free throw line for 1.
He's been doing these head fake moves, drawing, getting contact all season. Back in the NIU Invitational, he hit a 3-pointer, and he got his body rolled up, and it ended up being a 4-point play.
13-2. Yeah, he also was fouled twice in Pepperdine when shooting a 3. So he had 3 free throws both times, and he hits his free throw here. And Muhammad has 6 points to lead all scorers, and San Jose State has a 14-2 lead to start this game off. Right side, Gentry. Gentry dribbles it back to the top of the circles and then dumps it off for the big body of Joe Boyd, but nowhere to go for him. And now Boyd cycles it over to the left side again. Skip it over to Boyd on the right corner. Dribbling against Chris Cunningham, hand in his face, tries to get the pass away. And now turning to his left is Brandon, trying to get to the hoop, but he couldn't get the shot away. Chris Cunningham gets to the rebound, dives to the floor, passes it away to Rashad Muhammad. Outlets to DJ Brown, head fake. Out to Dylan Alexander, step back 3 on the way, and it's offline. But the rebound tipped out by Chris Cunningham, and DJ Brown gets it back, fresh shot clock. Whew. Good possession there from the Spartans, as Chris Cunningham really did a great job getting to boards on both the offensive and defensive side. Spartans reset behind the back dribble. Off of his dribble, Rashad Muhammad shuffles it back to Mitchell. Mitchell exchanges to DJ Brown. Jab step, now puts the ball on the floor and spins into the paint, kicks it back outside. 3-point shot, Rashad Muhammad on its way, and good!
All started by the DJ Brown dribble drive to confuse the defense. Great shot by Rashad Muhammad.
And that'll prompt Cal State Fullerton to take a 30-second timeout. 17-2 to start off this game. And how about the Spartans shooting from beyond the arc? Rashad Muhammad for San Jose State, 9 points overall. He's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. The Spartans are 4 of 9 from 3-point range.
Yeah, going on a 9-0 run over the last 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Cal State Fullerton missing their last field goal attempts, down to 14% shooting the basketball.
It is a hot start for San Jose State when you consider the second half of Pepperdine and this half so far. San Jose State just doing a number. They hit 10 threes in that second half at Pepperdine. They've hit 4 here this afternoon. They're 6 of 12 from the field, 50%. 9 points from Rashad Muhammad. 3 points from Jaleel Williams, who's only taken 1 shot. 3 points from Devontae Wilson. And it's been the bench again. Rashad Muhammad, of course, coming off the bench, which helps those numbers. Meanwhile, Cal State Fullerton just 1 of 7 from the field. Now, they're getting some good shots, but also I think the defense for San Jose State really being problematic for them when they're trying to get to the hoop for those high percentage shots in the paint, because their points in the paint have been critical in games that they've won this year.
Yeah, definitely. As head coach Brazelton said, they got to build the Spartan wall. San Jose State doing a great job defensively, down low, getting the hands up, not allowing high percentage shots to be attempted.
So Fullerton down by 15. Just about 8 minutes into this game. Here's a crossover dribble from Sheldon Blackwell, now playing the point guard position. And he tosses a bounce pass into the foul line, and dribbling it into the paint was Chris Collins. Took the foul and then tossed it outside. So he will go. It was not a shooting foul. It'll be a pass underneath the bucket for the Titans. On an inbound, Chris Cunningham guarding the trigger man, which is Blackwell. Blackwell gets it in, and it's almost stolen away. Now stolen away by DJ Brown, who tries to rescue it, but he throws it into the hands of Blackwell. Tries to go to the rack. His right hand lay in no good, but the tip back is put down by Blackwell. And that was Chris Collins, the broken play, and DJ did everything he could to try and rescue that ball, as DJ gets fouled by Sheldon Blackwell on a hand check, trying to go around his defense. And that is his first foul to Blackwell. And the second team foul to Cal State Fullerton. Spartans have committed 5 fouls overall. DJ Brown on the left side wing. Surveys on the angle, left-handed dribble, now spins it down low for Chris Cunningham, backing in against his man, turns to his left, and his little jumper is short off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Titans. They want to run with it. And their transition offense is where they're potent. And now an errant pass again, tipped away by Chris Cunningham and stolen away by Dylan Alexander. Alexander leads the charge, gets it off to Rashad Muhammad, takes some violent contact and falls in a heap to the court. Tries to get a hard angle shot up to the rim. And he will go to the free throw line when we come back to the event center. He's limping off the court, but he should be fine. 17-4 is the score. 11:53 remaining in the first half. San Jose State on top. You listen to Spartans basketball from Learfield Sports.
Loudest fans of the game, the loudest.
Gonna give me that?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay.
Courtesy of Which Wish at the Plant Shopping Center. Spartan fans, here's your cue. Let's get loud.
Looking good.
Yeah, they are.
That's the 5th turn. They got 5 turnovers so far.
Yeah, that's been a big key.
Yeah. I like the fact that Rashad has he's got no fear in his eyes.
Nope.
Takes it to the rack every time.
Which is a proud sponsor of San Jose State Athletics. Which superior sandwiches. And fans, it's a Slam Dunk Saturday. For every Slam Dunk our Spartans make this afternoon, one lucky person will receive a free hot entree at the Spartan Barbecue Bash, right on the patio behind Section 7. Get ready for a tri-tip sandwich, Philly cheesesteak.
Along with me this afternoon is Alex Scott, 17-4. San Jose State with the lead, 11:53 remaining here in the first half. Be the referee in your life and make the call to Geico today at 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com for your free rate quote. You could save hundreds or more on car insurance by switching to Geico. And San Jose State continues the big run to start off this basketball game. They are shooting 46% from the field, 6 of 13 overall, being led by Rashad Muhammad, who off the bench has 9 points, 3 of 5 shooting afternoon so far, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, and he'll be at the free throw line when we come out of this timeout. Cal State Fullerton, 2 of 9 from the field overall, and both of their shots from the field have been from Sheldon Blackwell, who has come off the bench and has the 4 points for them. San Jose State's doing a good job not turning over the basketball, and Cal State Fullerton has turned it over 5 times now, and a lot of that is because I think San Jose State has just been so aggressive at getting in the passing lanes. A couple of their turnovers from Cal State Fullerton, they weren't like they were bad passes. It was just hand in the lane, just got a tip of it, and then resulted in a turnover. So out of the timeout, Rashad Muhammad at the free throw line, and he has 9 points. His first one on the way. It is good. Rashad Muhammad came into this game 75% from the free throw line, and he's now 2 of 2 from the line this afternoon. He's in double figures already, averaging 15 points now off the bench for San Jose State, but the Spartans' leading scorer and well on his way to his average as his second free throw on its way again, and it is good. So now 11 points for Rashad Muhammad in the first 9 minutes of this basketball game. 19-4, San Jose State controlling the tempo to start it off here. Right side, and now Vertstig has it. Vertstig dribbled it in, and now a ball that is brought up inside the paint. Again, stolen away by San Jose State. Chris Collins had it stripped on his way to the hoop, trying to get a floater in the lane. And DJ Brown now backs up his heels to the half-court line. Brown to Rashad Muhammad. Thought about the 3 with an up fake to Dylan Alexander on a soft pass on the left angle. He puts the ball on the floor for a moment, reverses it back out to DJ. DJ, left-handed dribble, goes around the defense over to the left side for Alexander. Has some contact, puts up the 3 ball, and it's an air ball. Brandon Mitchell came out of nowhere to grab it and gets it back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Rashad Muhammad fouled, shooting the 3, and he will go to the free throw line. That is the 3rd time in the last 2 games that Rashad Muhammad has been fouled while shooting a 3. And I'm not sure if it's a late release for Rashad Muhammad, just maybe deception, or the way he goes about shooting the ball, but it seems like teams are making contact when he shoots the 3 ball.
Yeah, definitely. He has some pro moves with the head fake. He comes from good basketball stock, so he really knows how to work the body against the defender.
So Muhammad at the free throw line for 3 free throws. First one is good. He's got 12 points already in this game. 12 of San Jose State's 20 points have been from the freshman guard. And he is 4 for 4 from the free throw line in the game. His second free throw is good. Boy, he just drops them in there like it's nobody's problem. 21-4 now. Dylan Alexander and DJ Brown come out. Devontae Wilson comes back in. And it looks like Matt Pollard also checked in for San Jose State. A couple of substitutions as well for Cal State Fullerton. Muhammad drained a big 3-pointer in the game against Pepperdine and now has another free throw down. 14 points for the freshman, and it's 22-4 San Jose State. 10:55 remaining in the first half. Bounce pass into the low block on the left side for McClellan. McClellan feeds the elbow on the right, and now driving into the paint, and a little runner from Jared Brandon is good. And there goes the scoring drought for Cal State Fullerton, 22-6 now. Those points in the paint critical for them, and they finally got some on that last possession. Jalen James on the left side, right-handed dribble, Rashad Muhammad. Dribbled it for a moment, gave it back to Devontae Wilson, drives on the baseline left side, slipping up is Rashad Muhammad. Kept his dribble alive while he was on the floor, kicks it out to Devontae Wilson for three, and it's good! Wow! I don't know how Rashad Muhammad stayed alive while he was on his backside, rolling around it seemed like, but he kept the dribble. Somehow got a blind pass out to Devontae, who put in the three. Meanwhile, on the other end of the floor, a missed shot on an air ball taken away by San Jose State. Muhammad leads the charge, leaves it back for Jalen James. Wide open look, Devontae Wilson for three again. Bang! Devontae Wilson picking up where he left off. He's got 9 on the game so far. He's 3 for 3 in this first half from beyond the arc, and a timeout for Cal State Fullerton. The Spartans have a 28-6 lead.
A lot of energy here erupting from the event center crowd, and impressive plays by both San Jose State players. Muhammad with the presence of mind to know that Wilson was going to be in the corner for that open three. It was beautiful for San Jose State.
How about Devontae Wilson? Man, 6 threes in the second half at Pepperdine, and he comes into this game and all he's done is have 3 threes in the first half already in this game. And Devontae Wilson 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. And the Spartans enjoying a 28-6 lead. Of course, plenty of time left, but San Jose State with a big 20-4 run over 6 minutes at the start of this game. 9:43 remaining in the first half, and now a toss into the backcourt, out of the reach of Marquise Horn from Jared Brandon, and into the first row of seats. Another turnover for Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, the Spartans are just pinching up on defense, getting into the face out in the perimeter. Very good job.
Turnovers now 6-1. Cal State Fullerton, they committed a season-high 17 against USC, so they need to take better care of the basketball here as the Spartans have it. Trying to thread the needle between the defenses. Jalen James scoops it up and shoots it over to Devontae Wilson for a 3-ball from the right corner off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Titans. Titans with a dribble drive now and a finger roll down the lane. No good. High for the rebound is Devontae Wilson after Jared Brandon missed his shot. And Jalen James recovers now from Wilson. James slowly across the timeline, motioning the offense with his left hand as Matt Pollard gets in position on the right elbow. Mitchell cycles it to the left, back for James. James to Muhammad, catches, now dribbles into the paint, draws in some contact, gets the shot away, tried to reach up for the rebound, and Brandon Mitchell rescued it. And before he could step out of bounds, couldn't get it away before he stepped out of bounds. And so it will be a Titan basketball. Josh Gentry re-enters the game for Fullerton. 28-6, 8:40 remaining in the first half. San Jose State all over Cal State Fullerton to start off this game. Right side and moving from right to left is Michael Williams. Williams with a stutter step, now drives down the lane. High teardrop off the glass, no good. But there for the putback is Steve McClellan. McClellan's first field goal of this game makes it a 28-8 game. James, chest pass to the left. Rashad Muhammad puts his back to the defense, now turns to his right, reverses it over to the left side wing for Devontae Wilson. Fires it down low for the big 7-foot frame of Matt Pollard, nowhere to go. So he'll have to reset out along the perimeter for James. James hesitates and puts it on the floor to the right side baseline. Tried to work a pass to Brandon Mitchell, but it was knocked out of play off of a Fullerton player last. Brandon Mitchell comes out, and Jaleel Williams checks back in for San Jose State. Jaleel Williams has only attempted 1 shot in this ball game, and it was a 3-pointer. And he knocked it down. He also added 3 rebounds in his limited time so far. Now Jaleel has the basketball on the left. Gave it back to James. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He didn't know how much time he had left. Drives into the paint, and his floater goes off the rim just as time expired. No good. DJ getting ready to check back in now for Jalen James. Is a beautiful move down the lane on the other end of the floor. Marquise Horn delayed, paused in midair, and then reversed his direction while he was airborne and got the right-handed layup off the backboard and down. 28-10 now. How about that move there, Alex, by Marquise Horn?
Yeah, very beautiful move by Horn. He's a big body for Fullerton, a very athletic power forward.
And we were talking about in the pregame show here, Alex, is Alex Harris. Haven't seen him, and I think he's in plain clothes on the bench for Cal State Fullerton. And remember, he is the leading scorer on this team, so I think sorely missed is what you could call it, but that's 17.7 points a game sitting on the bench for Cal State Fullerton. Certainly hurts him.
Yeah, definitely a very dynamic scorer for Cal State Fullerton. And right now they're looking to find somebody to get going for them. I mean, Blackwell's leading the way with 4 points for the Titans.
Yeah, Blackwell for the Titans has just the 4 as it's 28-10 game. Titans shooting 31% from the field. San Jose State 42%, and the Titans are 37% from the field on average, and they've been able to, 48% from the field on average. They've been able to hold teams to 41%. Here's DJ Brown stepping into a 3 off the inbound pass, and DJ knocks it down. The 3 ball is working for San Jose State, 31-10. On the left side of the floor, DJ Brown strips it away now from McClellan, and DJ works it up off the floor, fires it to Devontae Wilson, drives in, has some contact, somehow got to the rim, but the shot did not go down, and he will go to the free throw line. When we come back, 31-10, San Jose State with the lead, 7:05 remaining in the first half. You're listening to Spartans basketball from Learfield Sports.
And the Pink Boys are out, which means it's time for today's Spartan Strike.
One of the guys didn't show up there, DJ, because they just told me.
Oh, great.
Who's up on lane number 1?
Thank you, Russ. I have with me here Brandon.
Sorry about that.
And Brandon,
Whatever.
you know what you gotta do.
I apologize.
You have 2 chances to knock these guys down. If you do bowl a strike, you're going to win a $25 gift card. If you bowl a spare, you'll win a $10 gift card. Are you ready? All right.
This is
Come on, guys.
Basketball game, so you or your friends may have another chance to win a party at Bullmore Lanes. Bullmore is a proud partner of Spartan Athletics. Plan your next night out or
back inside the event center. Walt McPherson Court, San Jose State 31, Cal State Fullerton 10, with 7:05 remaining here in the first half.
Buying or selling a home, Rick McClyman is your Spartan Realtor who will serve you well. Use a fellow Spartan whom you can trust for all your real estate needs that require competence, experience, and honesty. For all your real estate needs, contact Rick McClyman at 408-828-6341 today.
So the Spartans enjoying the lead. Their largest lead of this game was at 22 points, and that was a couple of minutes ago, but it is a 31-10 lead for San Jose State. Spartans are 45% from the field, 9 of 20 overall. They're 7 of 14 from beyond the arc. 3 of those threes have been from Devontae Wilson, 2 of them from Rashad Muhammad. Muhammad leads all scorers with 14 points. Devontae Wilson behind him with the 9. San Jose State also has 3 points from DJ Brown, 3 points from Julia Williams, a couple from Chris Cunningham. And Devontae Wilson coming out of the timeout is at the free throw line. His first is a miss. That's the first miss from the line in this game from San Jose State. Meanwhile, Cal State Fullerton 31% from the field, 5 of 16 overall. Wilson's second free throw is good. And he has 10 points now. But Cal State Fullerton, their game's leading scorer is Sheldon Blackwell with 4 points. They have 3 players with 2. And now they go back on the attack, moving from right to left in this pass. Crossover dribble, high, teardrop down the lane, short of the rim. Maybe grazed it from Michael Williams. Pulling it away was Wilson. And DJ Brown brings it up the floor with a right-handed dribble. Sweeps over to the right, now gives it out to Chris Cunningham. Long, too, with a toe on the line. That's the third time he's attempted that long jump shot. I know it's not a three, but we can almost call it a three-point shot for Chris Cunningham. That time he missed it. And on the other end of the floor in transition, a foul is called on Isaac Thornton. And it's his second personal and the sixth team foul for San Jose State. Isaac Thornton with 2 fouls, no points in this game, and they'll inbound from underneath the basket. Trigger man is Blackwell. Blackwell with a quick fake and chucks it into the backcourt where it's grabbed by Gentry. Gentry throws to Williams on the left, gets the call from his bench, and now Blackwell gets it back from him. Sets the screen, and Blackwell jogs it over to the left side angle. On the angle, now off of his dribble, tries to thread a pass, and very high traffic, and it's knocked away and stolen away by San Jose State. DJ Brown was in there, Devontae Wilson was in there, so was Chris Cunningham. Now over on the other side of the floor, a three-point shot from Jaleel Williams, no good. Devontae Wilson gets the offensive board and gets it right back to Isaac Thornton, who loses his dribble and loses the basketball. Josh Gentry harassed Isaac Thornton and got the turnover, as now a foul will be called inside the paint. And that's the third foul against Isaac Thornton, as cutting into the lane was Michael Williams. Michael Williams had a good fake and then got a pass away, but the foul will go against Isaac Thornton, and that's the 7th team foul. So here goes Williams to the free throw line. Coming into the game is Hidey Vostig.
Number 10, Michael Williams, 1-1.
Williams at the free throw line. 2 points tonight, or this afternoon. He's averaging 14 points a game. Williams, his first free throw is on its way, gets off the front of the rim, no good, rebounded by Jaleel Williams. 32-10, 5:40 remaining in the first. DJ Brown, right-handed dribble, gives back to Chris Cunningham. Cunningham sets a screen and fires it right away to DJ and shoots the 3 ball, no good. One thing we haven't seen the Titans do all that much is take the early shots from the perimeter like we've heard them do, as now a dribble on the right side of the paint and a finger roll good off the glass from Williams, and he also draws the foul. And he will be at the free throw line after this timeout. 30-second timeout taken by San Jose State. 32-12 the score.
Oh, Justin, you're mentioning the perimeter shots, and Fullerton has attempted 2, and they've missed them both. Just a bit too strong, as the Spartan defense really getting up, clogging their airspace, not allowing them to getting that open three-pointer.
Yeah, but we talked about in the pregame show is that Coach Bounson said if they take early shots in their possession, that's what they're trying to do, because if they're good shots, they'll take them. But you're right, there's been not much perimeter game, not much from the 15-foot range. It's been all driving and trying to go at the Spartans straight up.
Well, the 12 points that Fullerton has, they've all been down low in the paint.
Yeah. Fullerton came into this game shooting 37% from beyond the arc. And in this one, they've only attempted 2 3-pointers. So not something that is typical for the Titans. Is now Williams at the free throw line to shoot 1. And he completes the 3-point play. Now has 5 points to lead all Titans. DJ Brown, along with Rashad Muhammad, Jaleel Williams, Devontae Wilson, and Chris Cunningham. Cunningham setting a screen for DJ, wanted to give on the give and go, but now hands it back off to DJ, drives in on the baseline right side, kicks it back out for a 3-point shot. Good from Devontae Wilson again. 13 points from Devontae. Stay hot, Wilson, and now Fullerton. Right angle, spinning into the lane is Brandon, and Brandon lost the ball and got it back. Tipped away, now thrown off the backboard and rebounded. Taken away by Chris Cunningham.